Wow, guys. Pretty much speechless after watching the WWE 2022 Hall of Fame. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Honest to God, I don't normally watch the Hall of Fame. Some years I watch them, some years I don't, but obviously Undertaker going into the Hall of Fame this year, I felt like this was a must watch Hall of Fame, and holy shit, that was absolutely phenomenal. This will not be topped this weekend. There's nothing that can happen on WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, NXT standing. I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen in wrestling from this point on that's going to top what we've seen tonight. I mean, it really was that good. And the crazy thing is, from the start of the Hall of Fame up to the Undertaker moment, up till Undertaker's time to come out and be inducted, the Hall of Fame was great. It was phenomenal. And I was thinking, you know what? I think Undertaker's going to have a really, really hard time, topping this. This is going to be this is a high standard for The Undertaker to, live up to, because I thought the whole Hall of Fame night was great. We had the Steiner brothers come out and got inducted. A good speech. Steiner was telling a story about how he was mooing the cows in a field. We had Queen Sharmell come out and she gave an excellent speech. It was really good from Queen Sharmell. I was never really a Queen Sharmell fan. I guess I didn't see a lot of her work. I know she'd done the stuff with King Booker, but I just did not think Queen Sharmell was as good as she actually was. And then they showed you the highlights from her career and how good she was and calm she was. And I mean, she did not miss a beat in her entire Hall of Fame inducting speech, and it was phenomenal. It was great. Then we had Shad Gaspar getting the Warrior Award, and this was really emotional. Obviously, Shad died a couple of years ago, sacrificed his life to save his son. His son and wife came out and accepted the award. JTG, his former tag partner, came out with his son, and him and Shad's son, did the whole Crime Time signature taunt thing. I mean, that was a really cool moment. Such a sad speech. Then Vader got inducted. His son and wife inducted him, and up to that point, man, the Hall of Fame was really good. Then McMahon comes out, and McMahon, obviously introduces The Undertaker. Then The Undertaker comes out and he just stands there, and for 5-10 minutes he did not say anything. I mean, the crowd were chanting "Thank you, Taker, you deserve it," and it was all I thought Undertaker perhaps, I thought maybe he was lost in the moment or something. I thought maybe Undertaker was taking it all in or whatever, and I thought, oh Christ, is Undertaker going to be able to deliver here? Is Undertaker going to be able to do his Hall of Fame speech? But holy shit, did Undertaker not just do it? I mean, this could quite possibly be the greatest moment of Undertaker's career, and he's had a shitload of great moments. You think of everything The Undertaker's done over 3 decades. I mean, this guy has been professional wrestling, and for that fucking I'm not going to say his name, but for that crybaby bitch that's currently in AEW, that fucking loser that got his ass kicked in UFC twice, for him to say that this guy isn't professional wrestling, fuck that guy, right? Fuck that loser in AEW. He's an absolute bum that nobody will remember. The Undertaker, one of, if not the greatest of all time, hands down. That other guy, just a fucking sore loser that he never got to main event or WrestleMania. He should be kissing McMahon's ass. He should have volunteered to join Vince McMahon's Kiss My Ass Club for being put in a WrestleMania match with Taker. Anyway, I'm not going to speak anymore about that guy. Fuck that guy, and fuck AEW and whatever shite they're doing. This is all about The Undertaker. The Undertaker then went on to give an incredible speech. He thanked everybody that had helped him throughout his career. And it was really funny as well. I mean, he was serious at times. He was thanking people at times, but he was doing it in a comedic fashion. He was thanking Kane, and he called Kane Glenn, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Kane wanted me to call him Mayor," but then he said to Kane, "Don't get hot, because I didn't get hot when you stole all my moves." And it was such a, a good jab at Kane. It was great. And then he went on. He was thanking the BSK. He was thanking everybody they had matches with. He was thanking Shawn Michaels for giving him the best match of his career at WrestleMania 25. He's thanking Triple H for, helping him when he was on a really, really low point in his life, and for motivating him and for helping him find that he still had it. Then he went on to speak about his biggest three menstrual attributes. And he told this story about how him and Shawn found out that they were third into the WrestleMania 25 match card, and they were only getting 15 minutes. And he said that him and Shawn are like basically furious with this, and they just refused to take that. They did not want to accept that. And after basically a lot of shit going down backstage, they got bumped up the card, and they got a few extra minutes. And he told everybody never to be content, because him, the likes of Undertaker, the likes of Shawn Michaels, always thriving to be better, always thriving to be the best they can be, to be the best in the company. And he told everyone that they should never be content with where they are and always push themselves. And I mean, you can guarantee, you look at today's roster, I mean, you can guarantee there's people just happy to be there. There's people just happy to be on the roster, content being on the roster, content that they're involved in a really fucking low jobber match at WrestleMania. Undertaker, wasn't content. He wanted to be the best. He wanted to be the best at everything that he done inside the ring, outside the ring. And no, this speech was phenomenal. This was the best speech. This was hands down the greatest Hall of Fame of all time. It was the greatest Hall of Fame speech of all time. I'm not going to go over it because I can't do it justice, but you need to watch this. If you have not watched this Undertaker Hall of Fame speech, then quit off this video right now. Do not listen to me for a second longer. Go and watch this Hall of Fame speech by The Undertaker. This was fucking phenomenal. And it's sad in a way, but professional wrestling is just, you may as well stop watching, guys, because it's only getting worse from this point on. There will never be, unfortunately, there will never be another Undertaker. There will never be anybody close to another Undertaker. And I guess that's what we have to accept. All these moments are in the past, and but at least Taker has given us countless moments. This guy, even when Undertaker, unfortunately, one day he will die, this guy will be remembered years after his death. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. The Undertaker might no longer be on earth, but this guy, this character, this legacy will never die, because he is that fucking phenomenal. He is the phenom, no pun intended, for a reason. And even before the Hall of Fame went off the air, he said, never say never, possibly referencing maybe one more match. So we'll see. Honestly, I don't think he should have one more match. I don't think you can top this. This was greatness. This was the best thing, I think we've seen. I get the Hall of Fame as a thing, but I would have been quite happy just for this to be on WrestleMania, because nothing will come close to this. So yeah, it is what it is. Undertaker, one of the best, if not the best of all time. Absolute legend of the business. It's sad to see him go. There's not many legends left. I don't think, is there any legends left? I don't know, guys, but this guy is the biggest ever. So you know what? Thank you, Taker, for fucking years and decades of enjoyment, decades of content that he's provided, moments that he's provided, whether it be, in WWE or in the ring or outside the ring, ring work, promo, wrestling ability, whatever, even his speech tonight, I think there's so much you can take from that. I don't think we were expecting that. I think maybe we were expecting like a kayfabe speech from Undertaker tonight, but no, he let it all go. He let it all go tonight, and it was great, man. So go and watch it. That's it. That's all I've got to say. That's the Hall of Fame over with now. Unfortunately, the weekend only goes downhill from here. We've got NXT Stand and Deliver tomorrow, followed by WrestleMania Night 1, and then on Sunday we've got WrestleMania Night 2. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, bummed out because I just know that nothing's going to beat this. This is as good as it gets, guys. This was fucking great, and I'm going to go and watch it again because it was that good. It was really that good. Best thing in wrestling in absolute years. I mean, probably the best thing in wrestling in well over a decade. I mean, you probably have to go back to Taker's match with Shawn Michaels, or, you know, I don't know. You probably have to go that far back to get something that was as good as this. This was great, guys. Anyway, that's it for Fog Wrestling. Thank you, Taker. Absolute legend. Enjoy your retirement. You deserve it. 100%. I hate that "you deserve it" chant, and it sounds very smarky, but, I mean, if you can't chant it at this guy, then who can you chant it? Because this guy is the fucking man. This is the legend. Thank you, Taker. Thank you, Mark Calloway. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. But until then, peace.